Now we're just waiting on Marlo.
Ugh. Waiting on women. Am I right, guys?
No.
Future Marlo, please don't kill me.
We're just going to throw you under the bus for that one.
No, don't! My Uwu brothers, please!
Uwu!
Uwu, my brothers!
Did you say Uwu brothers?
Yes,
my
so
brothers.
I guess we had this conversation while you were updating last time, but I have this gaggle of children in my 5th grade reading class that they refer to themselves as the Uwu gang, and so they always go around saying, Uwu, my brothers! Uwu! Uwu brothers to me!
Are these like...
And that is like...
That's hilarious.
It was like
I hate it.
some
I
gang affiliations.
Honestly love that, though. That's beautiful.
It is entertaining and at the same time very annoying.
Uwu.
Uwu!
Will you pull the Aslan quote on them? Do not speak to me of the ancient magics. I was there when they were written.
Yes.
Don't you dare uwu at me.
And they'll look at
emo
you like,
kid.
what?
I will roar back at you with a W right in there.
Rar.
RAR XD.
Rar.
Hello, friends. My name is Jacob Collins, and you're listening to the Sins of the Father podcast.
So I started DMing out of the abyss this last Sunday, which is super duper rad. And but there's Kuatoa in it, which are little fish people, and they're my absolute favorite to NPC. Just
Murloc noises.
Kuatoa are amazing because they created their deity. They wished it into existence.
yeah, they wanted him so hard that he became real.
It's a tulpa.
Yep, it's amazing.
Have you listened at all to Trove, Jacob?
I haven't.
You should check it out if you like Kuatoa.
You should.
Yeah.
You'll love
Just
Gallus.
saying.
I do.
If you like Kuatoa, you'll like Christian's character.
If you like some nice chairs,
I'm not a... Yeah, right. Yeah, some very good chairs. You'll like it. If you like
Are you straight up a Kuatoa?
I'm not a Kuatoa, I'm a Lokatha.
He's as
Similar.
close to a
Similar.
Kuatoa as a PC can get.
he's a civilized Kuatoa.
Essentially.
They're weird little bastards.
Civilized, in quotation marks.
Yeah.
He is still a weird little bastard, can confirm.
Yeah. Can confirm.
I love him so much.
He was.
It's bad. I think I love him more than Vartosh, and that's saying a lot, honestly.
Wow.
But
I
it
don't
may
know.
just be my bias towards spellcasting.
You say that, Say that to your son.
I mean,
Say it to your son.
Honestly, I think it's my bias towards spellcasting because I've never really liked playing melee classes all that much. So
You say that to his face.
I can't believe you would say that to him.
Don't ever speak to your son again.
Don't you ever speak to your son again? Don't you ever speak to me or your son again.
I was Varatan all along, and this is my sin.
For listeners, I held a Vartesh chibi charm up to the camera while Christian was saying those mean things about his character.
I love Vartosh. Don't get me wrong. I love him.
Doubt.
I do.
We don't believe you.
I'm gonna hit you with the press X to doubt.
Well, I'm gonna press square to Sean.
Jason. Hey, hi. How are you?
Hey, hi.
I'm okay, thanks for asking.
I'm ready to go home tomorrow.
I'm ready to play some
finally.
Dunda.
Some what? Please say that again, David.
I'm ready for some Dunda.
Get out of this game.
Alright, see y'all later.
Door's right behind you.
Okay,
God.
I'll see you guys. Have fun with the podcast.
Ooh, brother.
Listener,
one last
if you can
round.
see my face, it is an XD right now.
Hell yeah, brother. Ooh, woo.
I'm gonna bury that in the ground tonight, and I apologize for nothing.
Mr. Banana Shoes is holding this call hostage. He won't leave.
It's true.
So I guess we have to keep
Señor
him.
Banana Zapatos.
Now I guess we gotta play some D&D then. God.
Ooh, my brothers, Dunda!
Ugh.
That one hurts me.
That one was painful.
Why is it Dunda?
Dunda.
Brunda.
If it's D- I hate. Alright, I'ma just leave.
Every time I get on this
No,
call,
Jackson,
it's
we
like a
can't do this
fever
without
dream.
you.
It's like
It is.
some
It
weird
really is,
fever
man.
dream every single time we get together.
I love
It
the
is a
energy.
fever dream.
I love it.
Oh, Jackson's gone.
Or am I?
Oh?
I have developed invisibility.
Woo. Wait, everyone! The power of our ooh-woos will bring Jackson back. Ooh-woo!
Hell yeah, brother.
This is our energy all the time, not just when recording. I want you to know that, listeners.
Hey, we gotta get in a weird headspace to become children. And ooh-woo helps us get there.
The
Power
power
of
of
Uwu.
Uwu compel you.
Power of ooh woo.
I have the power of God and ooh-woo on my side.
You remind me of the babe with the power of
Ooh woo?
Do
You
what?
do.
Remind me of the babe. Ooh, I saw my baby. Ooh, woo, as hard as a babe could. Ooh,
What can I do?
My baby. Ooh, woo.
You came in like a ooh ball.
Oh my god, I have legit tears in my eyes. Oh my god.
Leave it in.
Yeah.
Leave it all in.
Leave it all. It's all
I was just
staying.
about to ask Marlo
Leave
how
the
much
whole
of this is staying in.
all of it.
That's our stinger intro, baby.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, it's so sad. It's good. I'm sobbing. I'm crying.
This might be the best one yet. Oh my god.
It's hot in here now. Got my blood pressure going.
You can have fun with tentacle monster evil noises and whatnot. Editor Marlo. That's right, we have practical effects on this
Oh,
Discord.
God.
Foley Studio.
God! I wasn't looking at Discord when I heard that. I was so upset.
I mean, it's also upsetting to see Marlo's face doing that.
Yeah, that's no better. It might be worse, actually. Maybe it's better I wasn't looking at Discord.
Oh my god.
The hell's wrong with you?
That's it. Campaign's canceled.
Oh god.
This is gonna be some crackhead energy.
Get ready. Get ready, Dungeon Daddy.
Yes, my children. So the camera cuts to a similar room to the dangerous room you just escaped from, as there is a large font of water that erupts from the middle of the room in the air, and hitting the ground are the 4 children. You're conscious, you're not passed out, surprisingly, Rickett. And much like the previous room, this room is already lit up with those large glowing runes scaling the walls around it, and you see that there is a much smaller replica of the large, massive stone door that was previously opened in front of you.
But it's like, it's big enough for us to walk through. It's not like an Alice in Wonderland situation.
Correct. Yes. Okay. Whereas the other one went from like floor to ceiling of this gigantic room, this one is like humanoid sized.
And like the dais that was in the middle of the room that we previously came from, like there's a similar dais here.
Yes.
Okay. And you said the runes are all on the walls?
Yep.
Are the pictures also on the walls?
No. Good question. There are no pictures, paintings, murals, anything like that.
Would my comprehend languages spell still be up? It is concentration, and it does last for an hour.
Give me a concentration check.
Boy. Hey, not too bad. That's a 15.
Okay, so yes, you still have the concentration up.
Okay. So, Rickett looks up and, sopping wet, he stands up, and seeing the runes, he runs over to one of the walls and throws open the book, and that globe of runes appears around him again, and he starts tapping the runes to create the words. And I'm going to piece some of these runes together. Is it saying pretty much the same thing that the other room was saying?
In the other room, it was telling stories of these heroes, and piecing this one together, also, Vartosh, you'd be able to, like, piecemeal some of the words and stuff, because it's that more ancient Elvish. That this seems to me how it's written, not telling a story, but greeting the heroes from the story, as if it's written to the people that come to this room.
Are there names?
There are no names.
Okay.
Also, Nunu is there. I forgot to describe that.
Oh, yeah, what's he got to say? Rad.
He's soaking wet and angry burb.
Sad wet burb.
Okay, so Rickett checking that. This is fascinating. This room, the runes here, they are similar. They are written in the same language, Sylvan, as in the other room, but these runes seem to be as if they are welcoming the heroes that were in the stories in the other room. It's fascinating.
Vartosh is just kind of looking around. But wait, how did we get here?
It beats the hell out of me.
That is a good question.
We were just surrounded by water. What? Well, we're not dead.
That is a positive.
Well, I suppose the clearest path to us is to proceed forward. So onward! And Rickett points to the doors.
Vartosh is gonna walk up to the doors and kind of press his ear against it and see if he can hear anything through the other side.
Give me a perception check. Veritas.
Rickett, I am so proud of you. You have shown such gumption lately.
He looks over and he sees Rickett, like, wringing the water out of his wizard's hat. Oh, thank you. And he, like, puts it on, it, like, flops down over his eyes.
You are on the path to manhood.
Dirty 20, Jackson.
You hear a low humming. Like energy humming, not person humming. Need to differentiate that.
Like, so like energy, not like machinery.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
It's just throat singing.
Perfect. There's some sort of I don't know, it's some sort of low hum.
I do not hear it.
That doesn't surprise me.
Ivalia, checking in your backpack. The child is unharmed, by the way.
The child.
The child is.
Yeah, I think I kind of nonchalantly lean up against the wall and like dig around. Act like I'm digging around in my bag. Give it a pat on the head.
You still have that foul creature in your backpack.
What?
You still have that foul creature.
Oh. What? Foul creature?
That foul creature!
Wait.
How does he know?
Yeah, does he notice?
How does he know that?
I saw her reach in there and like pat something. I don't know. I might have saw her reach in there and pat something. Did I see her reach in there and pat
You
something?
can roll a perception check if you want.
Every time I look around physically for my dice before I realize that I have none. Okay. A 14.
Ivalia, give me a sleight of hand check.
Firmly grasp it.
We'll see how.
Couldn't get the die out.
We'll see how sneakily you can pat the child.
Stealth pets.
8.
Oh.
Yeah.
So with an 8, you were not very stealthy in your patting. So,
What are you doing?
Yavo, you do see that Avalia was like kind of rummaging around in her bag, like legitimately, and then she like stopped to mess with something.
Tenderly, lovingly,
Perhaps.
motherly.
You could construe it that way.
Ivalia, did you bring a puppy?
A puppy? No, where would I get a puppy?
What are you stroking so lovingly in your bag?
You know, Just,
Let me see what items I have in here. If I can make some.
It's a pet rock.
just, my disguise kit.
Oh. You think perhaps if you look like a different person, the door will open for you?
Well, I mean, could be, you know.
Is this how magic works? Ricket!
Yes.
If I come across a locked door and I disguise myself to look like a different person, will the locked door open for me? Is this how magic works?
Is this a riddle? I'm not very good at riddles.
No, Ricket, it is a question. You are a magic boy.
Oh, well,
Yvonne's like shaking her head yes at Ricket.
He stares at her confused. Yes. And he nods his head.
Okay. I think this is a good idea. I think you should put the disguise on and see if the door will open for you.
Have you tried opening it without a disguise?
No. Perhaps we should start with that. Is the door locked? Bartosz,
What?
is the door locked? Do we need a disguise to get through the door?
I push on it.
It opens with a little effort.
It's
Good
not
news, we do not
locked.
need the disguise.
Perfect.
Save it.
Oh my gosh.
Ricket's gonna poke his head out the door.
Bartosz is gonna also poke his head out the door.
And what you see before you, or rather don't see, is the end to this long tunnel that is not natural formations, but looks man-made. You see a long atrium-styled tunnel that descends further into darkness past your dark vision. Whoever has it. I don't think anyone does, actually.
No one.
That's right.
No.
I'm
I
just
had a-
so used to having at least one person with dark vision.
Yeah.
I know, it's weird. I think Ricket had a light spell active, and I had my hooded lantern, so...
I was like, most of the time, yeah. So past
yeah.
any light sources you have, the tunnel seems to continue forward.
What's on the other side of the window? Like, what do we see? Is it
Yeah,
sky?
Bartosz was gonna...
It's very dark. If you step out into the tunnel, you see that along the bottom edges of it for the walkway that you're on, think like emergency lighting, that very dull pulse color of like a light blue energy seems to illuminate the corridor.
Can I determine if that's the humming that I heard?
You can. And it is.
Okay.
I was trying to think, I was like, do I want to make you roll? No, that's a roll for nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. And with that, each of you, if you all step out into the tunnel, would notice that there is... You start to see, stepping through the door, there is movement outside of the windowed glass. That you can see things getting closer. They are very quick and darting movements. You see fish.
Bartosz is gonna take a wide sweep with his hooded lantern and kind of light up the dome. Or the arch.
And lighting it up for everyone, you all see that it's not normal fish. It's the like ocean floor, deep sea trench style fish, the ones that grow up in darkness. So the very alien looking aquatic life.
it seems whatever that device was, it has teleported us somewhere very different.
We're very deep underwater. Very, very deep.
Partosh is extremely scared looking.
How'd we get way down here?
That device must have been some sort of teleportation circle or machine, or it was an otherwise magical effect. I just don't know why those 2 points would be connected. The runes and the stories in the murals, they said nothing about any sort of teleportation system.
You think our dads are down that hall?
They might be.
I think there's only one way to go anyways.
In we go.
Lutney!
And you all continue into the ever-encompassing darkness as you get further and further away from the door you just entered through. It is swallowed up by shadow, with just the lack of light through this room, as you can see the low pulsing energy seems to be localized towards where the group is standing. And you continue walking down this path for roughly 10-15 minutes. And with the lantern and the light spell, you begin to see an opening on the other end. And stepping forward closer and closer, you begin to see that there are hints of light sources within this next room, whatever this pathway leads into. And as you cross the threshold, you notice that you are standing on high above the rest of the scenery in front of you, a stone precipice that has a large staircase moving down along the wall into this massive man-made labyrinth.
So we see like an entrance to it, and like it just looks like hallways, or what?
Yes, it's very offset from where you are, labyrinth style, like large towering walls. And from where you are standing on this precipice, there is one stone stairway off to your right that you see descends into the labyrinth.
So right now we have a bird's eye view of the labyrinth.
Yes.
Interesting.
I'm gonna lift my lantern and shine it across.
Ricket, do you think you could draw this?
Certainly. Let me get some parchment and ink.
I plop it down and start sketching as best as I can.
How much of a view can we get of it, really, is the main thing.
Enough to see that there are, from where you are, if you head into the labyrinth, there are a number of exits you can see going out of it in different directions.
Okay.
Couldn't be easy, could it? Had to put a labyrinth in our way.
Yes. You did make references to Labyrinth.
True.
Dance, magic dance.
And Ricket, while you're mapping this out to the best of your abilities, it'll take some time if you want it to be accurate. Everyone else? No, everyone, including Ricket. Roll a perception check. This is if you have any kind of benefits for seeing specifically.
Ain't that
I don't
good?
think any of us would.
We all humans and a dragonborn here.
No.
I mean, I've got expertise in
5.
perception, but that's about it.
9.
19, baby.
Nice.
I got a 14.
Marlo, this will be for my descriptions because you have the 19, so something else is going to be revealed to you. Odds or evens, and is it good or bad?
Odds are good.
There you go.
Interesting.
I feel like I've been psychoanalyzed now.
Yeah.
May the
We
odds
have
be
your
ever in your favor
diagnosis.
is what you're saying.
Literally.
And what do you see in this picture, Marlo?
So tell me real quick. And I just pull out a Rorschach ink blot. What do you see?
High-fiving bears.
Yeah,
Always.
a hot dog with mustard on it.
Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 11 of Sins of the Father. I'm your Dungeon Master, Jackson Chandler. I'd like to give a shout out to our 2 new patrons, Samantha Murid and Blind Prince. Thank you for your continued support of the show. Don't forget that we are on the road to our $500 milestone on Patreon. If we hit that, we can give a pay bump to our network editors, and we'll be releasing a merch store for all your misconceptions and Sins of the Father needs. Don't forget to support us on iTunes. If you leave us a review, send us a copy of it to misconceptionspod@gmail.com to receive a free Sins of the Father decal. I won't keep you any longer. Let's get back into the episode. So, Vartosh and Ivalia, you see, or you notice that further in this labyrinth, across from you, towards the farthest exit, you can see little pops, just poof, poof, of flashes of something that's moving throughout the labyrinth. And then you both see a arc of lightning shoot up out of the labyrinth. After the lightning bolt, you see that there's this soft purplish glow from roughly where you saw that lightning bolt fly out. And Marlo, you barely catch it. Sound being carried on the wind. This very soft melody that's very familiar to you.
I am going to turn my lute around and try to copy this melody that I hear.
Give me a performance check. With advantage, because this is a song you are very familiar with.
Oh, I'm very good at that. 18, baby.
So, almost like breathing, you begin playing this melody that you recognize as the lullaby your father taught you when you first started to learn how to play the lute.
Oh. That's why it's so familiar. Yeah. Whatever that noise was, that noise that kind of came through on the wind, it's this.
And I kind of like pluck it out on the lute and then think for a second.
Yeah, It's the lullaby my dad taught me when he was teaching me how to play.
Do you think our fathers are down there?
Either that or it's something pretending to be and playing off my memory.
Vartosh gets this look on his face like, that can be a thing? Ricket, and I point to where we saw the sparks and stuff coming up on Ricket's drawing and say, mark something here. We saw something happening over there.
Okay. Did I hear them talking about, that our fathers could be over there?
Yeah, they weren't being secretive about it.
Okay. Yeah, I make a mark, and I'm like, if this is true, we could be seeing our fathers by the end of the day or night. I can't really tell. We're very far down. We're very close to our dads, guys.
Maybe.
Wait! What? Oh, let's go there!
Hold on. Are you done, Ricket? Do you think we can follow this now?
Do I think I can follow this now?
Like,
We'll see, won't we?
We'll have to see.
Actually, drawing it out from this view will help you immensely in getting through the labyrinth. And before someone decides, like, oh, I'm going to jump off Ricket cast Featherfall,
yes.
you would still die.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't have any spell slots. What?
Bye, Yabo. No!
Jump for the bushes.
Alright. So you said there was one staircase that led downward? Okay.
Well, if you think we have a good enough makeshift map, we could go down into it, I suppose.
Well, come on.
And Ricket will very hurriedly start running down the stairs with his scrawled out map.
Vartosh is gonna...
Very hurriedly, you say.
Vartosh follows more carefully.
Yuvalia mutters on the way down.
Oh, I hope he didn't get his hopes up about the whole dad being down there thing.
What do you mean? Of course we got our hopes up. Everybody gets their hopes up about trying to find their dad. That's what we are here for. Do not say things if they are not true.
We don't know that they're really down there, so we don't really know that that's true either.
All we know is that Evalia heard a sound that reminded her of her father's lullaby. I didn't hear it, but I believe her.
Oh, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Don't get used to it.
He believes you.
Come on, guys.
But
Come on.
I don't know how,
She, picks up the pace.
I don't know how, common it is of a lullaby, though. It could be just something that... Maybe he heard it down here and he played it for me.
Does it sound familiar at all to any of us?
Valia was the only one that heard it.
Yeah, but she played it.
Oh, I mean, no.
Okay.
I mean, I've never heard it before.
Yeah. It clicked in my brain what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, we'll find out, I guess.
How far ahead of us is Ricket getting?
I don't know, Ricket, how fast are you going?
Movement and action dash.
You're sprinting.
I'm sprinting.
He's double the... He's,
Where?
very quickly down the staircase.
Yeah. Gone, baby. I'm gone.
Ricket's gonna die. Okay.
I don't know, let's see. Dexterity save.
Okay. Ricket!
Don't make me.
I'm gonna run after him.
No, don't make a dex save, you die.
Oh god.
Unless what you got on the important rolls right now?
Oh, I have 2 3s.
Okay, I just want to know for me.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because it's going to hinder me later.
Probably.
Oh, I'm going to
is.
get you with it.
Oh.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm going to get you.
Oh, you gotta be quicker than that.
Whoa.
So, Rickett, you reach the bottom long before anyone else. Unless you guys pick up the pace.
Vartosh is gonna keep up the pace enough to keep an eye on him, but not, like, right up with him. He's also yelling out, Rickett, we need to slow down. You don't know what's ahead.
But it's our dads! We gotta go down!
We don't know that.
It could be our dads, or it could be a minotaur with a lute.
Hey, they exist.
That's an image. No.
They're not all raging barbarians.
No, I know. That's racist.
That's right. You all reach the bottom, Rickett, before anyone else, because his sweet little baby boy legs carried him swiftly.
Sweet little baby boy legs.
I had to think of a weird way to describe it.
Yeah.
Those pink little hams just churning.
Just rotating
Jacob
one
had to
over
one
the
up
other.
you.
He was running like the lizards that run across water.
Yes.
Oh my
over.
god. That's horrifying.
You come, all of you, to a large, shining metal gate that in front of it sits a small golden inscribed pedestal that looks very similar to the dais that was in the room you arrived in.
Any runes?
There are runes inscribed around the gate itself.
And my comprehend
It hasn't
language is
been an
spell.
hour.
Oh, it hasn't been an hour?
It's going to run out after this.
Okay.
In terms of time it would take you to do everything. It's
Very well.
on the brink
He
of
had to
running
spend
out.
some time drawing, so
Yeah.
Then I will open up my spell book, and as I do, the globe expands out around me. I start pressing the runes. What does the arch say?
What does the arch say?
It says nothing because it's an inanimate object.
What does it read, Jackson?
Oh man! Oh, I'm glad you
Oh my
asked.
gosh.
The runes itself indicate that this gate is the entry point for, as it describes it, the trials.
Tournament arc.
We're becoming an official anime,
Hey,
guys.
while Rickett's doing all of his smart people stuff, I'm going to be just kind of following him around kind of close and wordlessly. I want to take out some of this death dog pelt because I don't actually have any rope, and I'm going to cut it into probably like half-inch strips, just as many as I can make, and tie them end to end and make my own rope. And when I have enough, I'm going to tie one end around Rickett's waist and one around my own.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll leave it up to you with how many feet of death dog rope I can make.
Off of the one death dog. I'm glad I'm having to calculate death dog rope per pelt.
I'm just visualizing. I'm visualizing Ricket with this magical, mystical orb of glory, just reading this magical runes, and then you just see Yabo kind of come up from bottom of the screen and just tie a thing around him.
Like disgusting, untreated, like pelt.
Just like gross leather.
Hey, you could be worse. You could be doing the Pythagorean theorem like you were in the last episode of Trope.
Hey, shut up, though. That actually happened.
I mean,
mathematics. You could roughly get. Actually, roll me a survival check. That will help.
Yeah.
That will help with me discerning how much footage you get.
I'm good at that.
Makes sense.
Death dog by the foot.
Come on. Yeah, that's okay. 15.
You make 15 feet of death dog rope.
Oh, that'll
In
totally
quotations, by the way, audience.
Oh.
do. That'll totally do.
So, is that 15 feet between him and Ricket, or is that 15 feet and then 5 feet between them once he ties around their waists?
Once I realize how short it is, I actually don't tie it to me. It's more of a leash at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it would have shrunk by wrapping it around them. It would have shrunk the space.
Oh my gosh. Yep. So Ricket's on a 10-foot death dog rope, quotation mark, leash.
Ricket, I do not want you to get lost.
What is this?
Amazing.
You are too precious.
It's disgusting.
It stinks.
It probably is pretty foul. Ricket! I'm working with what I have, okay?
This is humiliating.
You realize I have a rope, and I pull out.
You saw me making this death dog rope! You could have told me you had a rope!
I have a 50-foot hemp rope.
He does have 50 feet of rope. I wasn't gonna say anything about it.
Oh my god.
You sat there while we were like rolling all this up. We took like
Oh, I
5
thought it
minutes
was
of
hilarious.
showtime.
No, it's great. And Yabo would totally do it. And Vartosh is not paying that close of attention to what Yabo is doing. I'm sorry.
Honestly, even if you were, I don't think you would have given it to me anyway.
Probably not.
He looks at the death dog rope and he like goes to say something and just stops. He's like, nope.
I like look at my pack. I just look down at my pack where there's a 50-foot coiled rope just hanging from the side of it.
I'm leaving the rotting flesh strips on Ricket.
Gosh.
I don't need a leash. I'm not a pet. I'm a 12-year-old boy.
Ricket! This is dangerous!
It's true, he's older than me.
Have you not heard the tales of the bull man who hunts in the labyrinth? Have you heard these stories?
What?
A man who is half man, half bull. 100% bull man!
Your deliveries tonight are just perfect.
Fire.
Very good.
Is he hostile?
Yes!
Well, don't say like that. Some bulls are domesticated.
Ricket, I would not tell you to watch out for the bull man if the bull man was friendly. The bull man!
Very well. Deject myself to be wrapped in this disgusting rope. Anyways.
Ricket, I only want what is best for you. What have you learned?
Yes, anyways, this arch, it talks about being an entrance to the trials.
Did it mention a bull man?
No.
It did not explicitly mention a bull man.
Did it explicitly say that there was no bull?
It didn't. It didn't say there wasn't one either.
It could neither confirm nor deny.
Nothing was mentioned about a bull man. So there could be one.
Can't rule it out.
You never know. I might just take that idea and run with it.
thing.
Until we know...
I mean, I frankly hope we don't come across a bull man as, like, children.
Yeah, that suck.
Until we know what we're dealing with, I think we should just proceed with caution.
Vartosh is going to very closely inspect this dais, or golden disc thing that you mentioned.
It is very similar, albeit on smaller dimensions, to the other dais. You do see that, knowing what you're looking for now, after having pressed the imprint on the other one, there is another, indentation for a hand.
Vartosh places his hand on it, and then steps onto the disc.
This isn't disc one.
Oh, okay.
I might have poorly described it. It's like a little pedestal with on top of it sits the gold.
Okay. Like the sand things from God of War.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, okay. Then I'll just put my hand on the thing.
And you do, and that the mark on the back of your hand lights up, and the rest of you see Vartosh walk up and touch this pedestal, and the large iron gates, the runes, brighten, and it raises up for entrance into the trials.
Vartosh glances back at everyone.
Well,
Did you take your hand off of it?
Yes.
When you take your hand off, it begins to slowly close.
I quickly put my hand back on it.
It raises back up.
I do it a couple of times just to test it.
So it's just up, down, up.
well, if we decide to do this, there's no going back, and we're going to have to be quick.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go find the fathers.
I think I'm faster than all of you, except perhaps Yabo. So, you go ahead. I'll hold it open.
Come on, Ricket!
As he tugs the leash.
So gross.
It's a little damp.
Gross. Now David is disgusted by this rope.
And you scurry under it. Vartosh, you follow as there's that large, heavy thud as the gate itself closes behind you. And you are now isolated in this labyrinth that is 10 feet wide. And the walls themselves rise up far higher than you can roughly estimate how tall this labyrinth is. You notice that there is a lack of outside noise. It is eerily silent.
Hello?
Ricket shouts very loudly just to see if he can hear his own voice.
And you get back a reciprocated, nervous, hello? Faintly in the distance. It's your voice.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
Christian looked very concerned for a second, listeners.
Christian was about to jump out of this podcast.
your version of it did not sound the same, so I was like,
I'm sorry I can't 100% accurate. Ricket.
get good, scrub. Anyways.
Listen here, Tylixies. I was good at that one. I was good at that one.
You were good at that one. You were good at that one. Oh, man. He played a Kenku in another campaign and would literally just copy what I said. Like 90% of the time.
Kinko so much.
But like,
It was
so
funny.
close to the way he said things.
It was so close. It was really good. Okay.
Ricket, pull out the map. Let's see where we are and where we need to go.
All right, here it is.
Alright. Tried to figure out where we entered from. I'm assuming toward the bottom of where he drew the map.
Yeah. So it's one of those like isometric from where you were to draw out
Yeah.
the canted diagram.
Yeah.
Valia, give me a perception check.
16. Fire.
You notice that there is an increase in movement from your bag as you glance and look, and you can see just like one small appendage from it like scratching at the stone wall.
Is there any like crumbling of this stone wall at all, or is it?
There is some, yes, on the floor.
While they're inspecting the map, I start like kicking around rocks with my foot, see if anybody's looking at me. And then I bend down and pretend to be like pulling my boot up, checking my boot like laces and stuff, and grab like a handful of these rocks that I can scoop up. And then like put my bag down on the ground and just like be like looking at the map. Like I can't see it from here, but I'm like in like while they're looking at it, and drop the rocks into the bag.
And it sounds
Amazing.
You do that as you hear dropping the rocks in the bag. It sounds like when someone has a mouthful of like ice cubes and crunches on them. That very loud, distinct crunch.
I'd like to think in unison, all three of us just kind of turn to her like, what?
As from your bag is just...
Evalia, what is that?
What are you talking about? What did you see on the map? You have to excuse me, my stomach's a little...
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah. Versus, deception.
Well, it doesn't matter. I nat one. We'll never discover this.
15.
But what was
It
your...
doesn't.
Okay, I was about to
It
say, but
doesn't
what's your
matter.
total? It might... No.
My total?
Because
0.
Evalia was rolling a deception check, so I was like, maybe there's a chance. No.
No.
There
my,
wasn't.
my insight mod is -1, so...
She's just gonna keep lying until there's just full-grown Kruthic she's just making up lies about.
This is gonna be a mess.
You just pull, you're just like, oh, they're like, what is that? I'm sorry, I've got a parasite.
I mean, she's not lying. All right. I point on the map where we saw the sparks and stuff. This is where we saw that before. And I kind of follow a track a lot, like whatever I can see is the shortest path toward that area, and kind of plot it with my finger, or try to, and then.
And then
Suggest we go that way.
Party is gonna have to, whoever leads, give me a survival check.
Who's leading?
It is this way.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh god. Oh god. Did you even look?
Nope. But he has the highest survival out of the party.
He does.
But the lowest rolls also.
True.
That's a big whopping 9, Captain.
Okay, so you begin heading off in that direction, further into the labyrinth. Christian,
What?
give me
You
a
mean
charisma
Vartosh?
deception. I'm sorry. Vartash.
A
Give
deception?
me a deception check.
deception check?
That is what I asked. Yes.
Okay, 13?
Okay.
What am I deceiving?
Don't worry about it.
Oh boy. That scares me, like more than anything ever. I've never been asked to do a deception check when I'm not actually actively deceiving something. That's so... what? Okay.
As you all are wandering further into this labyrinth, winding down multiple paths and taking separate turns, the camera zooms out to reveal that atop the walls of this labyrinth, a shadowy figure that seems to be tracking the party as the kids walk through the labyrinth.
We don't see this?
No.
Kill.
Damn it.
Cool. Red.
You all continue winding through these paths before you arguing with each other over the map, saying, no, it's this way, no, it's that way. You take a sharp turn around a corner and are in a wide open field with a large tree in the middle that towers above you. End of episode.
Ooh. Oh yeah, papi.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Next episode will be released on May 10th. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Sins of the Pod. If you weren't aware, we have a Discord channel for the Misconceptions Podcast Network where you can chat about your favorite shows and anything else nerdy with all of the crew and other friends. If you need to contact us, you can send us an email to misconceptionspod@gmail.com. Sins of the Father is only possible thanks to y'all, so we'd appreciate it if you would spread the word about our show if you enjoy it. If you're feeling especially generous, you can always donate to us through our Patreon page. However you decide to help, we greatly appreciate it. Sins of the Father is an actual play podcast using the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition role-playing game by Wizards of the Coast. The Sins of the Father theme was composed by Aaron Wharton. You can find more of his work at aaronwharton.net. Sins of the Father is a part of the Misconceptions Podcast Network. That about covers it for now, and as always, keep rolling crits.